Hello everybody, it's Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. It has been a while since I did a real video. I think the last one I did was probably over 2 weeks ago. Um, Maybe a little longer than that because I did a little video when I was at conference with all of the pastors marching in. And I think the last two, well, I know the last two were just little short videos of the craft show. Um, I have been really busy, and it wasn't because I was doing a whole lot of crafting, but I'm still doing appointments for my brother, appointments for myself. So there are a lot of doctor visits, so I'm busy with that. The craft show, we're sent out applications in July, so I knew I was going to do that because I have been doing it for 35 years and I had never missed a show. So that's kind of like a given, but I didn't do a whole lot of crafting for that show, but it did go really well for me. And, I have a lot of repeat customers. I have people that come by. You end up in good conversations. I met a lady, she was from Trinidad, and this was her first visit to the show. And she's like, right now, probably 30 minutes from our town, and she is a professor um, at one of the colleges in North Carolina. She's did a whole lot of stuff, but we ended up in the best conversation because she was telling me this was going to be her first year without her mom. So we just started talking and hugging and giving each other just inspiration and comfort, I think. So, but I'm always meeting new people that will end up coming back the next year. So the craft show was good. And my garden, I need to do a video of what it is looking like, but I think every leaf has fallen off in my backyard. But I will show the Chaos Garden, again. And it is the 1st of December, which I cannot believe it. This is also going to be my birthday month. And I was going to try to do Vlogmas like I had did it a few years ago where you just do something every day. So I will see how this works. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do today is show you some Hobby Lobby items that I have been picking up but didn't use it. Some of the things I forgot that I already had, so I purchased again. Some of the things I did pull out and use, but just to show you, which I'm going to really try next year to watch what I am spending, because my little part-time job, I really want to leave it, but I know if I do, I need to watch my spending. And I know a lot of you know I am retired, but I did end up with a part-time job, but I have been doing it for like 10 years, but gonna try to watch what I spend. But what I want to show you is things that I have picked up from Hobby Lobby that I probably didn't need because I already had. But I'm gonna start with this fabric, just little pieces, and I did use some of this. I'll show you what I did with it. And eventually I will be using this on a little project because all of my little golden book journals that were Christmas related, they sold. Uh, my fabric journals sold. I couldn't believe it because of, the price point I had on them, but I think if you want it, you'll just get it. So it may be maybe two golden book journals at the shop. I really don't know, but all of those sold. And again, with the blind dates with a book, I noticed last year all of my blind dates that were wrapped in the brown paper sold. The ones that were in like some type of pattern, they didn't. So I brought two of those back. All of the brown wrap ones sold. But now they were still decorated for Christmas, but just the brown paper, I guess everybody likes. But I am working on a golden book where I will be using some fabrics. And then a few sheets of paper I picked up, and I have already cut off of these two, and this was the other one. Again, these are in the little golden book project I'm working on now. Um, so in these bags, I'm going to show you things that I purchased, and some little things I think I did open and use, and some I didn't. But in this bag, I got these snowmen. I probably had some of them. These I used because I made purse charms. Picked this up. Probably had some of those. These little angels, I did use two of them. And these were in separate bags, but again, purchasing things that you already have, and I didn't get a chance to use them, but I am going to be making some dangles. These are things here I bought to use, but didn't use them, but eventually will. And I know I will be using these in my own journal. This bag here, jingle bells, and then I ended up with more jingle bells. I had purchased these bowls, hadn't used them. These pens, I purchased these, and I already had a few of these that I did get a chance to use. These little doves, which I needed those, but I did have some that I used in those projects instead, but that should have been out. I think you've seen this stuff here. I don't know about these, but these were to make dangles with also. I think I've showed this, but these little things here, I purchased them, and I already had some, but that's okay. These are the little eyelets, screws. Oh, this was, I got these the other week. I was going to make a wicked type purse charm, but I didn't get around to using these. This ribbon here, I purchased it because I was going to make aprons, but I didn't get around to doing that, so that was okay. But again, this stuff and purchasing duplicates, need to watch that. So, the little project that I have going, I showed this book. It's been a few months ago that I purchased, and all the pages were gone, but I still ended up using it. But I was trying to decide how I was going to use it. And this is when you could get one for 89 cents. And at first I didn't know if I was going to use the ring on here, because when I took the book apart, I took the little gold spine off, and I normally leave that on if I'm going to make a journal with the signatures. So what ended up happening is, on the inside I did go further over with the fabric, hoping that, that does help it stay together. And then the outside, I didn't have that much room because I didn't want to cover up Santa's surprise book. So right now there are 3 spines that I have sewn in, but I saved this space because I'm going to try something different. Since it's surprise, Santa's surprise book, and there are no pages in here, and I really don't know what this story was about, I have just added papers in here. And what I'm going to do with this last signature is where I'm going to really, really decorate these pages to look like different little surprises that you may would find in this book. And I will go online and look it up and maybe see what pages are in here. But this is going to be this signature here, and I am not going to sew it in because this is going to be real chunky when I finish. And if I decide to sell this, I would want whoever purchases it to be able to write in the pages. So right now I just have blank pages, well, papers, different papers. And I hadn't counted to see how many are in here, but again, I have 3 signatures in here right now. A little cellophane bag doily. And this is some of that paper that I was telling you that I used. This was some paper that was already in my stash. A page out of a Richard Scary book, but the pages are real brittle in here. So I put invisible tape on the folds so it wouldn't come apart because it is kind of brittle. So that is the spines that are in here already. And again, I will probably use like elastic to get these in, but they are made with cardstock because I wanted the pages to be kind of, sturdy enough to hold the little things that I'm going to put in here. And I have sewn a lot of little ruffles, so this is what I will be working on. And I am doing gratitude. Well, I did gratitude documented on my Instagram. Um, I still have a few pages to finish. And then I got there the Christmas one. The kit, they had ran out of the kit, but I did end up getting some of the little other things that were in the whole kit. So I just got a few things right here. And and I'm not gonna pull all this stuff out, but these are the pieces that they're gonna be using. And I'll come back and talk about this more, and I will come and show my gratitude documented, which is hosted by Shannon Noel, um, and it is part of Illustrates Faith. So I'll be coming back with that. But again, I just wanted to show you some things that I had purchased that I didn't use, and not saying that it's a waste, because my thing this year was to not spend, but sometimes being stressed will do stuff like this to you. It is what it is. But again, I'm going to try to watch what I'm spending and using what I have. And I think if when you bring these bags in, you just toss them aside. And I know that's what I've been doing. But again, try to have a little bit of control over what I'm doing, and to not let retail therapy be the solution to the stress. So that's all I have for you today. I know I have rambled on a while, but I want to thank everybody who is supporting my channel. I even ran into a few customers at the craft show that follow me on my YouTube, and I do appreciate them so much. But again, thank you, supporters. Thank you for just listening, and I hope you have a great December 1st, and I will talk with you later.